Cardi B and Nicki Minaj's long-standing dispute took a darker turn Thursday night. October 2nd, as they exchanged scathing messages directed at each other's kids rather than at each other. Minaj sparked the most recent controversy with an odd letter to Cardi's daughter, Culture, age 7. What started out as a purported apology swiftly evolved into a backhanded attack. "You're a cute child, and lots of kids have cute little funny-looking gums before they grow into all of their features." She continued with a mix of contrition and veiled threats. "One day you'll see this, so I have to say I apologize. You're an innocent child and don't deserve any of this. One day your mother, aunt, and many more will be brought to their knees for what they've said and tried to do to my young prophet tart, beautiful boy. Because you mentioned my kids trying to be cute." Cardi wasted no time firing back, publishing a venom-laced letter to Minaj's 5-year-old son that referenced Minaj's family history and ongoing struggles. "Dear Papa Perk, I'm sorry that your mommy haven't cut you a birthday cake for the past 3 days 'cause she can't take my success or happiness." Cardi wrote, "One day you're going to grow up. And I hope you understand when a girl says no, it means no. And you can overcome the pedophilia blood you inherited from your grandfather, father, and uncle." She added, "Please don't hate me when you grow up, 'cause your mommy would rather give me more attention than she gives you. Hopefully, when somebody that really cares about her puts her in rehab and gets her the help she needs." She comes out and reads you a book. In a follow-up post, Cardi doubled down, warning Minaj, "Don't give my child a backhanded apology. Keep my child's name out your mouth, 'cause Emma always takes you where you don't want to go about mine. Honest truth, this going back and forth about kids is really draining my energy. It feels very nasty and dark. But the energy you keep giving my kids?" Emma descended back to Messenger. Earlier that day, Minaj accused Cardi of mocking her son, tweeting, "It's funny how all the other queens stayed silent while she mocked my son for years." Minaj also claimed Cardi had insulted black women by calling them roaches and monkeys. Cardi pushed back, denying she had ever gone after Minaj's child and accusing her rival of having beefed with every black woman in the industry, while always bootlicking a white artist's ass. During her now famous social media tirade yesterday, Nicki Minaj went all out on TMZ. The Breakfast Club, Cardi B's children, including Barb and Charlamagne.
Donkey today for Thursday, October 2nd, goes to Anika Tanya Mirage Petty. Heavy on the petty.
In his chat with Lil' Kim almost 10 years ago, Charlamagne Thagood believes that everything was foretold, utilizing her entire government name, Anuka Tanya Mirage Petty, with a focus on the petty. Charlamagne gave Nicki the donkey of the day on Thursday for claiming that the Breakfast Club team was utilizing witchcraft to obstruct her noble mission or some other nonsense.
Today, Nicki Minaj did what she does best lately, and that's go on an unhinged rant about everything and everybody, okay? If you missed it, I understand. There's more important things going on in the world, including but not limited to a government shutdown. And it started, at least on our end, because yesterday on Breakfast Club, we responded to Nicki's Tuesday unhinged rant about Cardi B, not MAGA Minaj calling on Trump to get us locked up and using some of the language that Trump used against me when President Trump said, "Can anyone imagine the uproar there would be if I used that nickname?" Come on, Nicki. So anyone who dares to uplift any other female rapper that's not Nicki Minaj is going to be on Nicki's hit list. Why? Well, Lil' Kim told us why here on The Breakfast Club 13 years ago. Let's listen.
She wanted to be the only female out there because she wanted to be out there by herself. I'm gonna leave this on this note. You will see. Everything in the dark comes to the light. That's all I gotta say.
Dropping the clues box for Lil' Kim. Kim, in typical Cancer fashion, you were right. My sincere apologies to Lil' Kim for ever questioning her OG wisdom. Nicki has had smoke for Kim, Cardi, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, Doja Cat, SZA, Remy Ma. The list goes on, and it's sad because Nicki is goated. She's an icon living. She literally kicked down the doors for a whole new generation of female rappers. She was indeed the pink print for female MCs. I loved when she coined that term years ago. I'm not the blueprint, that's for the boys. I'm the pink print for the girls. But how does the pink print become the stink print? Yes, the stink print, because as I said, your energy is just stank and nasty. You went from showing a generation how to be a female boss to showing a generation how to be a disgruntled artist. How does that happen? How do you go from inspiring a generation of young women to hating on a generation of young women? Well, that's what happens when a person is in pain. That's what happens when a person is hurting. That's what happens when a person has a bunch of unhealed trauma that they haven't dealt with. I saw something yesterday that I found extremely entertaining. Okay, but then I was extremely disturbed. And it put everything in perspective for me. Okay, there was a headline on Baller Alert, and I can't even believe Baller Alert posted something so unserious. But I'm glad they did, okay, because it said that Nicki Minaj was sent proof of witchcraft attacks. And it accused the Breakfast Club of orchestrating them. Okay, the tweet said the Breakfast Club was the main platform, partnered with Michael Kaiser of Atlantic Records, orchestrating a direct Nicki Minaj takedown campaign for years, which see the devil, all because Nicki wouldn't work with us. The other thing I was thinking about, when was Nicki blackballed? When did Nicki Minaj ever fall off? Nicki, do you understand that you are the bar for female rappers? Do you understand that you are a rap icon? When have you not sold records? When have your tours not been packed? See, you believe when you see other female rappers coming up around you that it somehow repositions you. Nicki Minaj, that is a level of internal insecurity that only you can deal with. You have to look in the mirror and quote Dr. Seuss. You have to say, today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. And don't put that in a rap, because it's going to sound like Safari wrote it. Now, you are her, Nicki, okay? And it's saddening all of us to see that you don't believe that you don't realize that. And the reason you don't realize that is because you are in pain. Nicki has had all these personal issues happen around her, and she's blaming the world for what she's feeling because of those issues. The industry has nothing to do with that, Nicki.
Charlemagne brought up Lil' Kim's 2013 interview with the Breakfast Club during Nicki's roasting. In it, the OG Queen Bee criticized Nicki for taking away other rap girls' attention and forewarned that darkness will come to light. Charlemagne mentioned a number of Nicki's rivalries, and it's obvious who they all have in common. Nicki Minaj is on a warpath after the breakfast. Club hosts criticized comments she made about Cardi B. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are going at it again. Some more. On Wednesday, October 1st, Minaj retweeted a post from gossip blogger Tasha K, who Cardi B successfully sued for defamation, in which she called out the Breakfast Club hosts for their comments about the rapper. In the post, Tasha K accused the radio show of orchestrating a direct attack on the Nicki Minaj takedown campaign for years because she refused to appear on their show. They used witchcraft and told deliberate lies, she wrote. Minaj retweeted the post with a picture of herself and added, allegedly. Nicki followed up the post by directly calling out the hosts and, in particular, Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne, did you put that bleaching cream on yours too? A pus locked them all up, she wrote, seemingly hoping to have Donald Trump censor yet another voice in media following the Jimmy Kimmel drama last month. Imagine if you called yourself shrimp to God. Oh, B-word. Lock up boring Lauren and Jess with the testicles too. They're very nasty. In a final post addressing the Breakfast Club, Minaj accused the hosts of being Democrats who needed to be taken down. Democrats, take them down, she wrote. You're the all-powerful Democrats. Remember, they lost the election on purpose. Take them down. They're a curse. Take them down. I heard the Lord say, it is done. Okay, Lord, thank you. We give you the honor, the glory, and the praise. Jesus, Lauren Lorsa, Jess, Hilarious, Charlemagne the God, and DJ Envy recapped the recent developments in the long-gestating beef between Minaj and Cardi. Jess Hilarious said she thought that both of their comments, specifically regarding alleged fertility issues and what Nicki said about Cardi's daughter culture, were irresponsible. She added that Nicki appears miserable, with Charlemagne adding that Cardi should have never responded to Nicki. Charlemagne, also said that he respects Minaj as an artist, but insisted that she gives off bad energy when it comes to social media. Yeah.
My thing is, like, Nicki, how can you mention the fertility issue, right? Like, which is something very serious for a lot of women, you know, who are unable to have children, and then you turn around and you call somebody's kid ugly. Cardi, you cannot talk about nobody's kids. You pregnant. Like, it's a lot. I think it's irresponsible on both women's part. Nicki just seemed miserable. Like, I'm sorry, that's your gut punch right there. And mind you, we still have to wait till March to hear your raps.
Music.
To hear your music. To hear whatever the clapback is musically. We still gotta wait till March while we watching this unfold right here.
Yeah, they both went to hell on each other.
Crazy.
And this is why Cardi should have never responded to Nicki.
Yeah.
And a lot of this is social media's fault because y'all love to say lyrics be about people that they don't be about. Cardi just confirmed she wasn't shooting at Nicki on none of them lyrics.
Yeah, she did confirm that.
I don't like this. See, I don't like when you throw the kids in it, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And, you know, you can't say somebody's going too far when you talk about somebody's kids because, you know, some people say, well, you know, play the higher road. No, I'm going to hell with you. You talking about my kids?
Yeah.
I'm talking about yours. It should have never got that far. They should have never talked about each other's kids. I just don't like that. It's just, it's not.
And I will say, I respect Nicki as an artist, but when I read her tweets and she starts trying to label people good and evil, it really makes me think of Isaiah 5:20. Isaiah 5:20 says, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Because if she believes that she comes off as a peaceful, loving, God-fearing human, she's bugging. Like, you can literally feel the darkness from her tweets. And honestly, that's why you shouldn't even engage with her, because when you match that kind of energy, you come off looking dark too.
You're right. And, you know, the one thing I would always say, when you're in your light and the light is shining on you, people will try to take that light away, right? Cardi B just released an amazing body of work. It's selling greatly. She had an amazing rollout. She's having a child coming up. She's doing a tour. But sometimes you just gotta enjoy the light.
And Jess said something that's real too. Nicki has all those accolades, all that success, and still manages to come off as miserable. Like, how do you beef with everybody? Lil' Kim, Remy Ma, Cardi, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, Mariah Carey. Like, that's not a pink print. That's a stink print. Okay, Nicki energy just comes off as nasty and stink. That's what y'all should be called. It's a stink print. Like, that's disgusting.